Jellof for you. Welcome. Thank you everyone for joining. You're welcome. Welcome to this live stream. Cooking some jollof rice. Very easy jollof rice. Very simple. Thank you very much for coming. Please double tap on your screen to like. Double tap, double tap. Getting my ingredients ready. You can see this is the oil in my pot. It's getting hot already. So thank you for joining. Making some very easy jollof rice. You all are welcome. Oil is hot. I'll just add the onion now. It's not very hot. It's okay. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Please double tap on your screen to like this live. I'm making some jollof rice. Very simple and easy jollof rice. Don't need any nice procedures. For real, you're welcome. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Thank you everyone for watching. I have here my onion, which I'm sauteing. Just leave it on for another 1 minute or so. Then I'll put in the tomatoes. But as well blend this, roughly blend the tomatoes. But just getting it like this is fine as well. Onion is okay, I'll go in with the tomatoes now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to this channel. Making a small pot of very easy and straight to the point jollof rice. So while this is frying, I'll grab my so this is green onion, this is parsley, and this is celery. They are all washed already. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the portion I'm going to use. just cutting my green onions. I'll not cut the this is some parsley here. Hello John, thank you for joining. You're welcome. Hi, how are you doing? Catherine, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Hope you all are doing well today. Good morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you're watching. For me, it's still morning. This is 10:36 a.m. Thank you guys so much. Please, as you join, don't forget to double tap on your screen. And this is my celery. Oh, this one is getting yellow already. I'll use this part that is getting yellow. Thank you all so much. Please just type in the chat where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. I really appreciate you all. I'm making jollof rice. It's small, simple, but delicious pot of jollof rice. Thank you all so much for joining. Please double tap on your screen to like. I need this to dry. The tomatoes to dry. Thank you all so much for watching, for joining this live stream. Please, as you join, double tap on your screen to give this live stream a like. And I also have here some leftover bell pepper, so I'm going to cut this as well. I'll chop up a little bit of each, so I have some colorful rice. This is yellow. will do. Most often this is how I cook. as I'm cooking, I'm getting the other ingredients ready. You know, I know it's maybe easier if you're able to get everything set before you start, but I mostly get my ingredients ready as I go. Like now, while my tomatoes is getting cooked, getting dry, I'm cutting the other stuff. Multitasking. So let me know when you're cooking, what do you do? Do you get everything ready before you start cooking, or you get them ready as you go? Get them ready as you go. But if when I have somebody around to help, maybe a younger one to help, I mean, I'll assign them to get the ingredients ready. But when you're alone, you have to figure all that all by yourself. And to me, it kind of saves time, because like now this is getting cooked, right? If I didn't have this to be cutting, I will have to be doing something else. Maybe distracted somewhere, you're attending to something else, or you're trying to clean up somewhere or something. And sometimes when you step away like that, it can be possible for you to forget that you have a pot on the fire, or the time you will take to come back and check on it. The thing could already be burning or stuff if you don't attend to it on time. So that's one reason why I prefer getting my ingredients ready as I cook. That way I'm around my pot. I'm there present, and I'm able to quickly attend to my pot on time. But there's always a lot to do. You know, as a mom, you always have things to do here and there. So sometimes I get distracted, and by the time I come back to check the pot, the thing is already done and stuff. So this is what I will use. These leftover ones, I'll just cut them as well, because I'll use them later. So since I don't have much to do now, I'll just chop this up as well, but this will be for later. I'm not going to use this now. If you are just joining, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. I really appreciate your support, being present. Please, to support further, just double tap on your screen, or you go to the three buttons on your top right hand and give a like. Thank you all so much. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? I'd like to know where you're watching from. I really appreciate you. If you are just joining, you're very much welcome. I'm making jollof rice. Very, very easy jollof rice. Very easy. No complicated procedures or stuff to do. Very, very easy. I mean, it's one of the simplest jollof rice you ever come across. One of the easiest jollof rice recipes you ever see. But of course, you can always modify it as much as you want. Add or subtract your favorite or disfavorite ingredients. Yes, Mama? Yes. Yeah, I see rainbow. Nice. Guys, Please double tap on your screen. Double tap on your screen. Double tap, double tap. Double tapping is just to like, to leave a like, nothing else. And if you are new to this channel, if you subscribe, you keep having more cooking videos, more recipe suggestions. My recipes are just suggestions. I mean, just suggestions. You can always modify them however you want because there are so many ways of cooking. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you being here. So I'm just cutting off my vegetables while waiting for my tomatoes here to cook. Yes, to cook. So I just sauteed some onions, then added all the tomatoes to it. I just cut the tomatoes with my knife, but of course you can blend it. You know, there are times when you're eating food, right? You actually want to see the tomatoes and the onions, I mean, to chew them inside. And there are times when you don't want that texture. You just want it all smooth. So I want to see the tomatoes inside and chew the onion and chew the stuff inside. So that's why I'm just getting it. Depending on whichever recipe you're using. Tomato still has milk, stir it so it doesn't burn. No, it's important to let your if you're using tomatoes that are sour, it's important to let it to really cook and dry out. Then the water will be completely dried out on it, so that way your food will not be sour. But if you're sure your tomatoes are not sour, then you can just let it cook for as much as you want it to be. Sometimes you may not want to overcook your food, right? These are fruits and vegetables that we even eat them raw, so you may not want to overcook it, and so you will not have to do it to completely dry out. Okay, I have a little bit of carrot here. I don't know, I have some carrot. So I'm just going to pour out this one. And then I will take out the peppers I will not be using. You see, I always cut my own vegetables. I never buy frozen or store-bought cut carrots or peppers or green beans and stuff. I usually cut mine. I always cut mine. So I just buy it and I find out I take some time because I know you get really busy sometimes. So you may just want to go get frozen veggies that have already been cut, but as much as possible I don't remember ever buying frozen vegetables that have already been cut. I always cut mine. Always. Always. Something like carrots, I will cut. I'll buy carrots and cut in different shapes or sizes, because you know sometimes different meals require different, and not really require. You may want to use different sizes or shapes of your carrots or your veggies. So I usually just cut them differently based on what I often cook, and then I can now store them. And sometimes if I'm not able to have that time, I just cut the quantity I want to use. I use it and then keep the leftover, and then I can always use that later on. So thank you guys so much for joining. And this carrot here is just a little bit, it's a leftover of what I had cut already, so I'm just going to use it like that. My pot of jollof rice is not a very big pot, so this will still add some color to it. So my tomatoes, it's not quite dry, but I'll leave it on for a little bit. The tomatoes are not sour. They are not sour, so I won't leave it to completely dry out, because I'm also kind of in a hurry. I have to take my kid to school, so I'm looking at the time as well. As long as it's not sour, then it's okay. So even if I proceed without letting it dry completely, it's still going to be fine. Yes, Mama? Yeah. Mommy. Yes, baby. You don't want it? I'll add a little bit of my green spices in here, just so that when I add my rice, it's going to, that flavor will really be infused. That is the word infused. Really infused into the rice. I hope it's a bit clearer now. Just turn on the lights. And then I'm also going to be using some crayfish. This is the plate that my spices were inside, so please don't think that it's dirty. It's not dirty. So I'll use some crayfish. This is crayfish. This has just been crushed. You can still see the bodies of the crayfish inside. And from where I come from, we usually don't completely crush our crayfish. We usually don't completely crush it. I mean, depending on the kind of food, we like to eat and see crayfish in food. I know sometimes some people blend it to a powder, but we hardly ever do that. And then also I have here some dry fish. We're going to add it inside as well. This dry fish, it was soaked in water because it was really dry and very, very hard. So whenever I have to cook it, I soak it in water. I can soak it in water all night, so by morning it's going to be soft enough. So this one is a leftover of what I had soaked. I just took it out of the water and froze it, so that's why you see it in the Ziploc bag. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you. Hey, Jermaine, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing today? I appreciate you joining. I'm making very, very easy jollof rice. Easy but yummy. Very much welcome. That's my sister Jermaine. You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Then meanwhile, if you want your spicy, you can add your pepper, blended or however you want to add it. But I have little ones who don't eat pepper, so I'm not going to be adding my pepper directly. We usually make our pepper sauce separately. Let me quickly show you. Most often we just make our pepper sauce and put it in the refrigerator, so when you're eating you can take it out. Even though I know some meals are best when you have the whole peppers in it, but we usually do this. This is my pepper stew or pepper sauce. So this is refrigerated, so when I'm eating I can always add this to it so that I don't have to put pepper in the food. Pepper in the food. But if you are eating pepper, if you are okay with putting your pepper directly inside, you just go ahead and put it. So this is okay. I'm going to add some water inside. Before I add the water, let me season. Add some salt and some seasoning cubes. Or seasoning powder. I'll use seasoning powder. I'll just go in with some salt. You want to be careful with your salt. And especially depending on the kind of seasoning you're using. Some are kind of salty, so you have to know that you don't put a little bit of salt, since your seasoning cubes or seasoning powder has salt inside. So this is the seasoning powder I'm going to be using. Thank you all so much for joining. Please double tap on your screen. Double tap, double tap, double tap. And since you know fish and crayfish kind of have that seasoning taste in it, especially crayfish, and this fish I'm using, so I don't need a lot of seasoning powder or seasoning cubes. So whenever I'm cooking with whenever I'm using crayfish to cook, sometimes I don't even put seasoning powder completely. But if I decide to put, I put just a little bit, because crayfish is a lot of seasoning on its own. So I'm going to add in some water. This thing smells so good. Smells so good. Okay, so I've just added some water in here, and I'll cover it. Where did I put the cover? Okay. So I'm going to cover it and bring it to boil. While it's getting boiled, I'll be washing the rice, because I haven't washed my rice yet. Okay, let me take this aside so you can see the rice I'm using. Need to clean up. Let me quickly clean up, then I will measure out the rice and wash it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please double tap on your screen. Double tap to like. Thank you all so much. So this remember I showed you that this is the seasoning the seasoning powder I'm using. This has a lot of spices in it already, so I'm not going to be adding any extra black or white pepper or anything. I'll just go with that. So this is my rice. So I just bought this rice yesterday, so I know I have to pour it out in here. This is I'm using palm boiled rice. Palm boiled rice. So just these 3 cups should be okay. So this is my rice. I'm using palm boiled rice. You can use whichever rice works for you, is your favorite. So I'll just step aside for a bit so I wash my rice. I have to give it a good wash. Yes, Mama. What happened? Okay, so this is my rice. I've washed it, it's very clean. So this is it started boiling already. I'm going to taste the seasoning if I need to adjust it before going in with the rice. Thank you all so much for hanging on. Thank you. You're very much welcome. If you're just joining, I'm making some super simple jollof rice. I need to go in with a little bit of more salt and then the seasoning powder as well. I need to add a little bit more. You know, at this point you have to put your seasoning to be a little bit more than it normally should be, because when you add the rice is going to rise and the seasoning will balance up. So you don't want your seasoning to be exactly the way you want it to be. It should be a little bit more than you normally want it to be, so that when you add your rice, everything is going to balance up. Okay, I was trying to grab this is my ginger and garlic. This is ginger and garlic, which is frozen. I usually just peel my ginger and garlic, blend it, and put it in this ice cube molds. As you can see, this one. So this is enough. I'll just drop this one in here. That way it's easier for me. I don't have to be making ginger and garlic each time I have to cook. So it's time for me to go in with the rice. This thing smells so good. So good. And when it's spicy, it's even sweeter. But I can't put any pepper in it, so when I'm serving it, I can then add pepper into mine. You know, you have to cook according to how your household eats. I know there are some kids who eat pepper, right? As little or as young as one age, they are already so much into pepper. Okay, so my rice is in here now. Just want to shake that up a little bit so everything is well set in the pot. See how that looks good? Looks very good already. Okay, I'm going to lower my heat a little bit because I don't want it to get burnt. On this pot I'm using, I know how it works, so I don't want the heat to be that high. So I'll just lower the heat of my burner and then let it take its time to cook. So at this point, you just let it cook to be as soft as you want it to be. Soft as you want it to be. Thank you all so much for joining. So let me clean up. If you are just joining, you're very welcome. We're making some super simple jollof rice. Simple but very tasty. Very tasty. Very tasty. Just like what we call janga rice. Very tasty. It's just that this one, I'm not putting any pepper in it, not making it spicy. But like I said, of course, you can make your spicy. You cook it the way you want it to. The way you want to cook it. Okay, so I'll just set this water here so that as it dries up, if I need water, I'll just add it inside. And meanwhile, remember we haven't forgotten our bell peppers, carrots, and green spices. This is just parsley, celery, and green onions. I know some people are just joining, so let me say exactly what it is so they can follow. So this will go in last when it's the rice is about 99% ready. I'll then go in with these ones and then just mix it. Thank you all so much. Hey, Thai buddy, hey, welcome Thai. Long time, yeah, it's been so long, right? so long. I haven't been on here, but I'm trying to figure out my schedule so I can come here more often. Thank you so much, Tyler. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Vivian. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please, as you join, double tap on your screen. I hope everybody is doing good today, wherever you're watching from. I just pray that you are in good health, you are strong, you are healthy, and that you are highly blessed of God. Thank you guys so much. Our jollof rice is cooking and it smells so good already. So good. Tyler, I'm doing good. And you, how are you doing? How are you doing, Tyler? How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. I miss you all so much, but I'm happy to be back on again. And last week I was live, I think twice, and this week I said I have to try to come live again. You know, it really gets busy sometimes, but you have to always figure a way out. Please don't forget to double tap on your screen. Double tap. Oh, I'm happy to know you're doing well, Tyler. Happy to know you're doing well. I mean, it's a new year, so... Mommy. Yes, Mama? What do you want? You want to wash your hands? Yes. So it's a new year, and I mean, we are already, the second month is already getting over. I know there are new things, new greater and better things for each and every one of us here. Attain higher heights, higher achievements, and walk in the right path. Please double tap on your screen as you join. You're very welcome. We are making jollof rice. As you can see here, jollof rice is cooking. It's cooking. We've put almost everything inside already, so I'm just waiting for it to dry up. Then I'll add in some more water. Let me go so you see. It looks good and smells good. So guys, thank you so much. Please, where are you watching from? I'd like to know where you're watching from, if you don't mind. Where are you watching from? And what is the time where you're watching from? Okay, I will just step aside for a bit and I'll come and check my pot when it needs more water. You will need some more water soon, so let me quickly attend to something else. I hope I don't forget this pot. Because sometimes you leave and you touch this and touch that and touch that and you're like, let me just finish this before I go and check. And by the time you're back, your pot is, is burning. So I will remember. I know you guys are here, so I'm going to remember to check it on time so it doesn't burn. So guys, I'll step aside for a bit and I'll be right back to check so that we finish cooking. You are just joining, you're welcome. I'm making some jollof rice. As you can see, super tasty. Easy but very tasty. Please double tap on your screen as you join to give a like. No, Tyler, I haven't seen MK. I haven't seen MK. I think I even checked out her channel and she hasn't come live in a while and she hasn't posted in a while as well. So I'm not sure. And a couple of people too, yeah, have not been on in a while. I was surprised to come back and not see too many people. I thought it's just me who was off, but I see a number of people haven't been live or really posting, but I hope they're able to figure out time. It really gets busy sometimes. Really gets busy. And at times you have to put a pause on some things to catch up with others. I completely understand. Please, if you are just joining, double tap on your screen. Double tap to give me a like. Really appreciate that. Okay, I think this needs some water now. Water was already by the side. To add some more water. Not much, just add a little bit. And then I'm going to cover this with some foil paper. I'm going to cover it with some foil paper. And I'll take down the heat some more. The heat of the burner, I'll take it down some more so it cooks slowly and because I really don't want it to burn. It will burn, of course, but I don't want it to burn too much. You know, when you're cooking jollof rice, I don't know, should I say it has to burn or it must burn? That burning is another flavor in itself, because of course you're putting rice in some soup or some sauce which is not clear water, so there's obviously the tendency for stuff to settle at the bottom and start sticking up and get burnt a little bit, depending on the kind of pot you're using. So like I will always say, from where I come from, we know that jollof rice has to burn, and that burnt part under, oh my goodness. When you scrape it off, the rice on it tastes different. And we used to like it growing up. When jollof rice is cooked and served. I mean, you see some people fighting over the bottom of the pot because they want to scrape it off, and it tastes different. It's like the the ingredients settle at the bottom. So the taste is extra, and then with that burnt flavor again in it, oh my goodness, so nice, so nice. Guys, please, as you join, double tap on your screen, double tap. We've got new members in. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, new members. Oh, I hope I get to meet them. Yeah, I was on Chiamaka's live last week. I was so happy to see her. So I guess as I'll be going on other people's live streams, I'll be able to meet the new people. That's nice. Tyler, you're still around. Did you take a break, or you've been here all this while? Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you joining. Thank you so much. So much. Please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, I appreciate you subscribing. You subscribe, you have more cooking videos like this. I post different recipes, I come live and I cook. My channel for now is food. Little things, or not much. Those little things, you can grab one or two things from, and then one or two things from. And of course, you can improve on it, you can adjust it, you can twist it to suit your taste. We are just joining. We are making our jollof rice. It will soon be ready. I've just covered it with foil paper. Covered it with some foil paper. And I've taken down the heat of my burner, so the rice is just cooking. And when it's almost done, I'll add in the vegetables you see there on the chopping board, just to add more nutrients and make it more colorful. So please double tap as you join, double tap. So I'm going to step aside for a bit. Let me quickly put something in order, and I'll be right back to check on the pots. Okay, so I'm back. Let me check on this. I would taste it to see how soft it is. If I need to add more water. It's so good. So it's still hard. I'm going to add in more water. It's so good. Now I'm using parboiled rice, and I did not parboil it, so it take a little bit more time to cook than regular. Is it regular rice? Is it parboiled and regular rice? Okay, so remember my heat is on low since I'm using the foil paper to cover it. I don't want it to burn too much. See who is here. Okay, there's Jukes, Rogers, and Mrs. Ash Brown. Oh, okay. Those are new people. Now, I'll be happy to meet them. Happy to meet them. Let me take a screenshot so I can check out their channels. And so there's also Joan, Terry, Mary. Okay, thank you very much, Tyler, for the updates. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much. I've taken a screenshot. I'll try to check out those channels later. Thank you, Tyler. Hello, everyone. We are just joining. You're welcome, 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 welcome. We are cooking our jollof rice, and it's almost ready. Almost ready. Almost ready. So I'll be back again to check on it. I will taste and see if it's as soft as I want it to be. Oh, thank you all so much for staying in there. Ooh. Checking on the rice. Thank you so much. I see the likes. Thank you for staying on. Wow. Chicken jollof rice. Let me taste it and see how soft it is. I've never tasted Jellof. It's still a little bit hard, so I'll add more water. There's still a little bit of water in it, so I'll let it dry and then I'll go in with more water. Thank you all so much for joining. If you are just joining, please double tap on your screen to like. I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for joining. Our rice is almost ready. Almost ready. I'll just let it dry a little bit, then I'll go in with more water. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you all for stopping by. As you join, please don't forget to double tap on your screen. To double tap, double tap. You're just joining, you're welcome. Welcome. I'm making some jollof rice and it's almost ready, so I'll just go in with a little bit of more water because it's not yet as soft as I want it to be. So I guess this should be the last water I'm adding. So I'll just let the water dry a little bit, then I'll add the vegetables you see here, the bell peppers, carrots, and I have here some green onions, some celery, and some parsley, and that will be it. So I just went in with more water. I'll let it dry up, then I'll go in with the other veggies. Thank you so much for joining. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe for more cooking content. I usually come live cook, and I also post cooking videos. Thank you so much for hanging on. I really appreciate you. So the water has gone down a little bit. I'll now go in with this other vegetables. This is my carrots, green onions, parsley, celery, and bell peppers. You can completely skip this one. I'm just adding more veggies. I mean, one more color, one more vegetables, more nutrients. So this will not overcook. So at this point, I won't use the foil paper anymore. Yes, Mama. So I'm just going to. I won't use the foil paper because if I use the foil paper, it's my veggies can turn brown. I want them to be green to retain their color. So I'll just let this. So as the water is drying out, the veggies will be as cooked as I want them to be. So thank you all. If you're just joining, please double tap on your screen to give a like to this live stream. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe for more cooking content. Thank you all so much for staying on. Welcome if you're just joining. I'm making some yummy jollof rice. So there's still a little bit of water inside. That should get dry in the next 1 minute or so. Let me just mix in these vegetables. Thank you all so much for staying on. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Take out these bones. Smells good and it tastes good. So our rice is actually ready. It's good. It's really ready. I'll turn off the heat and then, because the heat of the burner will then dry off any leftover water in it. And this is what our rice looks like. It is so good. See that? Nice, clean, it's colorful and yummy. Food is ready. Ready. So I'm going to serve this with some pepper sauce, which I showed you earlier on, and I have some baked chicken in the refrigerator, so it's going to be a good combination. Thank you all so much for joining, for liking, for commenting, and for just being here and watching. I hope you learned maybe one or two things. Please subscribe to this channel for more videos, cooking content, and see you in the next live stream and see you in my next video. Bye for now.